was part of the amnesty of Governor Wike then, before I stepped down. So it is the way the community leadership has agreed to work to ensure that this thing does not happen.
Okay.
They manage looking into those minute issues that happen. Police can't come to almost arrest anybody. They must go to the chief, say the chief, and the chief will permit you to arrest before you arrest.
Is that how it's meant to be? Because if I'm not mistaken, the police have the power of the federal government backing them. So if anybody is deemed to be a problem to the law, the police can and should go and arrest such persons. Zion is in GRA. Good morning to you, Zion. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Zion. Thank you very much. The whole of Ichie as a whole, I wonder if we have up to 5 police stations in the whole of Ichie local government. Now, in these communities where these activities are being perpetuated for the past 20 years, people have been arrested and protected. This is just for you.
Hello, Zion, please do call back. That line's not particularly favorable. There's a lot of interference there. So please do call back. Apologies. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Now, the kidnapping menace seems to have resurfaced yet again. If you remember, in late February to about end of March, April, you weren't hearing a lot of these stories. It wasn't in the news. However, it's back up. Some would say, okay, it's because of the cash crunch. It's much improved. There's availability of cash now. But prior to that, whether it's caused by the cash crunch or not, you have to ask this question: what exactly is going on within the Port Harcourt metropolis that is leading to these cases of kidnapping, particularly of girls? A 12-year-old girl. In fact, when I got to see the picture of not just this one and all the other ones, what some of you who have been following the news and some of you who follow these stories individually and collectively have made mention is that these children, when they get back home, they should go and see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, because the trauma that they have experienced, many of them will not be able to express. It's a serious security concern. But whilst that is in the offing, what about this particular area, this area that seems to be the place that these kidnappers or suspected kidnappers seem to have made a den? 92.3, good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Zion, I reconnect. Now, what is the police doing over these issues about the chief? Now, the people's responsibility, what are they doing? The communities along the issue. To them, they don't know what they are doing. They thought they just fuck and go. They don't know how the level of the marketing and infiltration they are caused to their own self. And let's be sincere, it is the sons and the daughters of the Shia that are carrying out this act.
Well, you don't know
Nobody
that.
else.
Well, you don't know that. It would be unfair to make a blanket statement like that.
By the grace, if you want to have a personal talk with me, get my number and let me take you to the gym. By the grace of God, I have a property there. I have a tenant there. And I know the stories these guys are telling me. Sometimes let us leave all these sentiments and face the reality sometimes. Do you know the number of people that have been kidnapped? Do you know the number of people that came out successfully? And do you know the ones that were dismembered and they were sold? And the Nigerian police, River State Command is doing what? Sometimes last year I asked them to go back there and to pick up in the forest of Ichi. By the grace of God, because we are secured here in Port Harcourt, we don't know what is going on out there. If the community leaders of Ichi can stand up, fix their chest that this will not happen, tell the Nigerian police took the battle hostile to Diobu. Have you ever had any conflict with Diobu? It happens in the community. If you don't talk, you don't rise up to the occasion. These guys, we feel they are all and all. They have a field day. But before I leave the floor, sir, it's a clarion call to the community leaders of the chief. Set up your young men as vigilantes. Profile them through the Nigerian police. And let us stop this nonsense. We have gotten the university in a jail. Other investments are going to achieve. Most of all these land builders, where are they settling? See, we may get land, but we are afraid to go there to develop it.
That's another problem, security. Well, Zion, thank you very much. We'll be back after this break.
No panic.
Inside Rivers, looking at yet another sad report of kidnapping. But it did end up with good news because the 12-year-old was rescued by the police and in tandem with some local vigilante. I can't imagine what the parents of that child must be feeling right now, from despair and now to elation and joy. But the work is not done yet because doctors and indeed well-meaning Nigerians, Rivers people, have been talking about the importance of having these children or anybody indeed who has been kidnapped to undergo some form of evaluation, get them to speak to a counselor, get them to talk about their experiences, and particularly find out what sort of damage, because they may not have been physically assaulted, you don't know, but it's the mental torture that apparently digs more into the person. Now is not so much as still the mental stress and trauma, but indeed the prevalence. The reason why a good number of people, young people in particular, that have been kidnapped in the past year or so, similarly make mention of the chair axis. The description they give always comes through pointing towards that axis. And then when rescues and ransoms are made, guess where? A good number of the time, it's from that area. This is not to say that's the only place. Please pay very close attention. There have been reports of kidnapping. If you remember last year on the Mwaha axis of Port Harcourt, remember that, right? When you're leaving Port Harcourt from Choba, that axis was a big problem. The same thing, happened a few years ago at the Elele, the Ahoda axis. A lot of people were worried about traveling that particular route. So it's happened several times. But what exactly made these places, and now this place in particular, supportive of nefarious activities? You can't remove all the trees in the forest just because you don't want people to, turn that place to a kidnapping den. Nature has to be protected. We need our environment to sustain our livelihood and indeed our lives. But what exactly is going on that seems to make these places support nefarious actions. As always, please do well. Turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Didn't see it, didn't hear it. Please do not make unsubstantiated claims and do not make inciting statements.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003. Good morning, my brother. This is a message on WhatsApp. It is a terrible reoccurrence, the terror happening every day in Port Harcourt. They kidnap you and they take you to a church. It's a known secret that's the den they always take people to. My friend was kidnapped last December and spent 2 weeks in that den before they agreed to a ransom contributed by friends. My neighbor too was also taken from his car, and where did they take him to? Same HA. The police should wake up to their responsibility. We have Muriel in Okrika on the line. Good morning to you, Muriel. Thank you for joining us, please.
Thank you, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning.
You see, Jude, I remember, was it 2 to 3 months ago, and on your show, you were talking about how communities will be kept safe, how traditional rulers can keep their communities safe. And I called in and I said, yes, traditional rulers have a big role to play in keeping their communities safe, Jude. And let's not forget the force of this deity thing. Jude, I'm a Christian. But you see, people don't fear God because they know that God is living, is all forgiving. But Jude, if the traditional rulers stand up and they call on their deities and they swear and they make incantations, and they make decrees that if you do this in our land, this is what will happen. Jude, it will insert serious fear in the heart of many.
Really?
Most of the people perpetrating this act in these communities, most of them are not indigenous, Jude. I know indigenous are not left out, but most of them are not indigenous. And these people will not do this if the indigenous, the young boys, they do not allow, if they don't allow it. Trust me, if they, yes, they allow it. That's why these things are going on. There are I know they have OSPAC in those communities. They have vigilantes in those communities. And this roadblocks, these security men, is it only in the towns where they will collect money that they stay, that they station themselves. They don't go there and they don't station themselves. They don't set up roadblocks. These people will carry kidnap victims and they will drive safe, Jude, to their dens. And they will relax. They will do everything they want to do. If they want to carry parts, they will move as much as they can. Look, Jude, the traditional rulers and the chiefs should rise up. And they should make decrees and protect their land. Or are they scared? Do the deities no longer answer them? When they call on their deities, do they keep mutes on them? I wonder.
Maybe.
Because traditional rulers now, they are relaxed. They're just relaxing ACs. Don't they have chief priests in those communities, Jude? The chief priests, what are they doing? Are they eating chicken and goats and cows? They should stand up and protect their land. This is what they do in those days. Thank you, Jude.
All right, thank you very much, Muriel. But if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people these days, don't necessarily follow the old ways. There are new ways these days. So I'm not quite sure, but yes, she has a very good point there. What exactly, since people are very traditional, and these communities, by and large, still, follow the old ways, what exactly is being done? It's very worrisome. Now, so come on here. Someone says that a neighbor was kidnapped and they were taken to the forest, but as they were passing through, some members of the community were rejoicing and shouting at the sight of them. That's indicting. That members of the communities, in this case, the community or communities, because were in support. I have to ask this question, and please bear with me. If by chance, just by chance, you are from any of these communities, whether it's in the Ahoda area or it's in the Emowa area, or it is work that some people are staining the name, the heritage, and is there any credence to this report that when they see some kidnapped individuals, victims, that they are in support? Do they not feel that it could also happen to them? Because if my memory serves me right, there's nobody in this country that hasn't had a bout of malaria. And I can't remember ever being in a malaria-like state and I say, oh, I wish this person next door to me would catch malaria. Yes, I don't think I have ever felt that way. Mayor speaks to us from Igbelu. Good morning to you, Mayor.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, please.
Yes, I think this thing would fall on the leaders of the community. The boys that trade this action are in the community. Even if there are some strangers who will come and join, the people from the community would be one to show them the routes and how to go about. I'm saying this because I've been kidnapped before.
Oh dear.
And I know how it was. They have a very strong, intelligent pattern. It is not done by just one person. It's a multitude of people, calls from here and there. Even while I was in their hands in the forest, communication is still going on, getting information of what is happening at home, the compound, the moves they were making. Even when my people were going to get money to ransom, they knew. So
they knew. They saw them. They saw them.
Yes, they saw them. And at the time, my sister and those that went to the bank were there. Signals, people observe some movement outside the bank. Come, I'm getting some money. There are people outside and they don't understand. They have to ask the money through someone else and so on. So, deities, even at the time the community came out, moved around with the chiefs and they started invoking deities and so on. Those things were found out to be fake, that they didn't really do the right thing and so on. So for a place to be seen as a den is a place that government presence is not, so high. The roads will not be accessible, and security network will not be seen. So those places are vulnerable. There are places that people cannot just go into to rescue people. So that is it. But once government presence is in a particular place, the security network will be high. So the government and the leaders of these communities have a lot of responsibility to play to curb this situation. They know these boys. These boys are not ghosts. They are not strangers. They are people that they are not hidden. In my own case, and they're just neighbors and not too far from my place. So community leaders cannot separate themselves from this thing. It's not no people that come into their community to perpetrate this act of kidnapping. Although strangers come, because it's a network. People from one other community that is just like academics. You are of one institution, another one is of one institution. You must definitely be meeting yourselves at different areas. That's how these bad boys meet. They travel, they go everywhere, they know places. So community leaders should wake up to their responsibilities.
All right, Mayor, thank you very much. But once again, it's not the only place in the Niger Delta or even in River State where roads are not readily, in tip-top shape. The infrastructure is not great. But what's making it so common in some of these places mentioned? Clement, speaking to us from NTA Road. Clement, good morning to you, please.
Good morning, Mr. Judge.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. You see, I don't know if you have observed, even though I came to River State, that is the first time I've been hearing people brag about where they come from because of the evil. I am from, we mention the place, we know the take, I will deal with. I don't want to start mentioning the name of places. Of course.
Please don't. It could be misleading. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go on. Go on, please.
So you see a young man is bragging that I am from this community. The community that he's mentioning, he's bragging because of that community, because of the evil. That if you try him, that is what will happen. It is not because we are professors, we have doctors. No, it is the evil that the country is perpetuating. That is the reason why the young man, the young woman is bragging. And it is in this state that I have come to see that. And it is a failure from the community. When somebody is calling chiefs, even the chiefs brag. You need to hear when a young man or a chief is bragging. It's not bragging because he has PhD. It's bragging because he has boys that they will be sent to you to go and do you evil. So there is nothing the chief will go and conjure or invoke. Instead, we invoke it on people. That is the truth. And what is the problem? Look at such community. How are they progressing? How far have they gone?
Okay.
What can they show that they wrote in the community? If look at different communities, the community in this place from the entrance to all the roads, no light does not blink in that place.
I have to get water now, please. On line for water, going to you, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, please. Very worrying. What's the areas?
It's good. I mean, my brother, this is a problem in this Nigeria. Not even overseas. It happens everywhere. The annoying part is that, do you know that they use charm?
Who is
These people use charm. I mean, the last 2 weeks, the girl went to do from school. I don't know how they do this guy. To catch this guy. I mean, you know, this happened the last 2 weeks at Thursday. Do you know that it was last Thursday that they released this guy? Policemen brought the guy here. They find her at a chair. The girls that went to college children from school.
Yeah, but that's the question. Why HA? What exactly is going on?
I don't know. You see, it's not that HA people are doing this, no. Let me tell you. They have agents. Just like people that look for land or houses. They take from one place to another. As the keke man drop them at the main road here, they hand over to whoever. That's what they do. They're everywhere. It happens to me, I think about 7-8 years ago. My daughter went to oil mill to buy something. She did on this salon. She went to buy the withdrawn and so on. Do you know my daughter did come till 8 o'clock in the night? Only after 9, she called me that she don't know where she is.
Wow.
She went to buy something for her oil mill here. You know what I did? I called one of my friends. I was thinking that the man was a policeman. I didn't know that he was a mechanic to police. But he claimed to be a policeman. I called him. He said, "Oga, don't worry. The police want to fish out these people. It will not take them 1 hour. They fish all of them." Do you know what is my...
Oh dear. What's our apologies there? I would love to get to hear this story. But let's go to our WhatsApp platform now. 009-030-6416, 080-030-6416. And then you go on to social media at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH, Facebook and on Twitter. What exactly makes a particular area suitable for nefarious activities? That's our focus this morning. So the leaders in each community in HA know actually the people who do these things. Even the police are part of the problem, Jude. Someone who was kidnapped sometime last year reported that it was reported that it was a police person who gave them information so that he would change their location. It's a big problem. No outsider can come to my community and dominate in evil with the leaders and the youths without them fetching them out. Okay, all right. We have Walter back on the line. Okay, Walter, go. I'm going to give you 2 minutes,
as I was
please.
telling you.
Yes, go on, please.
So, this my friend contacted the office, the police. That night, they went to, where my daughter was found. Ngwa. That was where they found her. And they came back that night with her. So what am I saying in the sense that if police want to do their work, it won't take them anything, because they know all these boys, they know them. I'm just telling you the truth. They know them. If they want to fish people at a chain, they will fish them in an hour. They will get them. But thank God they don't enter into killing, because some of them, before you know, they buy it. It's happened to me in my case about 10, 15 years ago.
Oh dear, that's
After
terrible.
the community will have paid 5 million, they still kill that man till today. I'm just telling you.
But what exactly is the problem in these areas? Because, like you said, and someone said, sometimes this instead of conviction, it's not like being chased away. They almost seem as though they're welcomed. Somebody said that when they were passing, they're clapping. They were cheering them when they were passing. They clapped.
You see, the thing is that if they commit themselves onto their work, they will do. Because there is a saying that the rat in the kitchen is the one outside that is food in the kitchen. Because if they don't have agents in that place, it can't happen. They have agents. They, like a chain, is where you can get thick forest now in a chain. So if the community to fish at this purpose,
for now, who has children? 7-year-old in kidnapped, 12 years. It's worrisome. It's worrisome. Now, some of you may sit down and laugh at this, but sometimes I even get calls. My mother is asking, "Where are you? It's late.